with me because I don't look at all these applications, so we'll get the meeting started. It's 6:15. Can we have approval of the last minutes?
I think you need roll call first.
I'm sorry, the attendance first. Can we get a roll call on the attendance? Someone want to give a roll call on the attendance?
Lori, are you going to do roll call? Actually, I think Glenn usually does the roll call. I don't mind doing it. Vice Chair Raposo.
I don't have the list in front of me because I'm not looking at Zoom.
Yeah, that's okay. I'll do it. Vice Chair Raposo.
Yeah.
Mike Sakosha.
Here.
Member LeBlanc.
Here.
Member Ludwig here. And Glenn Skirka is absent.
Okay. Let's do the approval of the November 12th minute meetings.
Vice Chair Raposo.
Yes.
Can I please suggest one amendment? There is on the last page of the meeting minutes from November, there's a section that says that the residents were complaining about high water bill. I'd just like to change the word complaint to stating. If that's okay, I'd like to suggest that amendment.
Okay.
I would just like to make the comment that I can't vote on this, so I don't actually think we can approve the minutes tonight because you won't have enough votes. Just wanted to call that out.
Oh, that's a good point.
Okay, so you want to table the minute meetings from November 12th to the next meeting?
I'll make that motion.
Okay.
I'll second the motion.
So
I'll do a roll call. So Vice Chair Raposo.
we'll table it. I approve.
Okay, Member Sakosha.
I'll second that and approve it.
Okay, I think I'm sorry, I think there's a little bit of a delay, so I'm just doing the vote to table it. And so we'll do one last vote here. So Councilman LeBlanc.
Yes.
And Councilperson Ludwig, yes. Okay, so we'll table that.
Okay, so we tabled that. So item 4, we do a tie-in request. The first one is 851 Tyoke Avenue, lot 29, lot 32.
Jonathan or Tom, do you want to just present the project for us?
Sure. So the project involves the current connection that exists at the site. Relies
Jonathan, could you just state where you're from? Or?
Oh, I'm sorry. Jonathan from AUB Engineering, design engineer who worked on this project. So the current force main that the building is using to discharge has a pump that is non-compliant. And in creating a new design, we ultimately wanted to connect to the gravity sewer that's on Tyoke Avenue. So we designed a connection for that and submitted it to Bob Rose for review, which was approved.
And this is the gas station with the convenience store and the Dunkin' Donuts?
That's correct.
Yep. So as Jonathan stated, Bob's reviewed it. I've reviewed it. I think Bob had a few conditions, but just minor. So in our opinion, it's okay to approve.
Okay. Is there a cesspool here now?
Sorry?
You guys have a cesspool here now?
It discharges to a privately owned force main, which I believe goes to the West Warwick Treatment Center. Some time ago, West Warwick bought the system from the private owner, and it's now part of the public system.
It's Right, it's connected to the Woodland Manor force main.
Yes,
Okay,
So they're disconnecting that connection and connecting to a gravity stub.
that's correct.
all right, if it looks good to you, Bruce.
Yeah.
Any other questions from the board?
Have any questions?
Looks good,
Vice Chair
Mike.
Raposo?
Yeah, seems pretty straightforward.
Go ahead, Steph. Go ahead, Jen.
I just had one question. So, Bruce, just like you said a minute ago, it looks like there's a couple things on here that I haven't seen actually before. So, one of the conditions on Mr. Rose, I'm not sure even what page this is. I'm sorry, we were given all of this in attachments, so there's no page numbers.
Right, so the
Um,
first condition is about verifying the elevation of the existing lateral. So this is a sewer line, so the sewer system in Tioga Avenue, or this section of Tioga, was constructed by the DOT. You know, I'm not sure when, but when they did construct it, they did not keep very good records, if any records at all, of where the stubs are and how deep they are. So we have a general idea of where the stub is, but we don't know how deep it is, or, you know, an exact location. So Bob added that condition.
Okay.
So Bruce, is it possible that they might have to be on a force still pumped out to the main?
It's possible. They have quite a bit of pitch to their gravity sewer system. So I think if it's off by a foot or so, there's enough play in their system to accommodate that. But,
Yeah.
you know, we don't know.
Okay.
Okay, thanks for explaining that. So I think I'm all set. Thank you.
Bruce, the only thing is, whoever's doing the work, you gotta make sure I don't see a drain layers license here, but I see the plumber's out of Massachusetts. He's gonna hold a Rhode Island master plumber's license if he's gonna do the work too.
Okay, we'll have to add that as, we'll get that before it goes to the council.
Okay. So I'll read off the resolution. After examining the application, design plans, and all the documentation, the Coventry Sewer Subcommittee recommends that the town council approves the sewer tie-in application for 851 Tioga Avenue, Assessors Plat 29, Lot 32, such that the applicant shall sufficiently comply with the requirements necessary for the town sewer ordinance and the town engineers review committee commitments. Passed and adopted on this 10th day of March 2021. So I guess I'll come in and sign this, and is that what you want for tomorrow?
Do we need a roll call vote, Tony?
We do.
Chairman? So we'll take a roll call vote. So Vice Chair Raposo,
Yes.
Member Sakosha,
Yes.
Councilman LeBlanc,
Yes.
Councilperson Ludwig, yes. The motion passes.
Good.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
moved.
Thank you for your patience.
Not a problem.
All right. So the next one, I gotta get this up. Takes time. So the next one, I think, is 12.2, 124 Sandy Bottom Road, Plat 38, Lot 128.
So I'm here for this
Yeah.
project. My name is
Is
Patricia
that you,
Walker,
Pat?
Walker Engineering Limited, 31 Vale Court, West Greenwich, Rhode Island. This is a fairly simple one. It's where the Sandy Motors showroom is, and in the rear, there are two one-bedroom apartments. They're going to come out with two separate laterals out of the building. One will service the residential, one will service the showroom, go into a manhole. and then have a cleanout provided at the existing stub on Sandy Bottom Road. Bob Rose has reviewed it and he was fine with it. Bruce, I didn't hear anything from you. I don't know if you have any other input.
I don't have any comments.
Any questions?
No. Chairman, I'll make the motion that we approve this with the notion that it's a pretty straightforward installation and review upon the documents presented by Walker Engineering.
I just have one question for Ms. Walker. Do you know if the property owner has paid a sewer assessment associated with those properties in the back by chance?
It's only one building, so I would assume the assessment goes with the property. I don't
Okay.
know if he's paid it. I would assume so. That line's been in
For a while.
quite some time.
Yeah, okay, thank you, appreciate it.
That's more of a question sometimes for Stephanie, just for future reference, because that isn't something that I check, unless Bruce, do you know?
About the apartments?
No, if he's paid the sewer.
Oh, if he's been assessed, I would assume so. I did not check, but yeah, that force main or that system's been around for a while.
And those bedrooms, those apartments have been there. For
Yep,
forever.
Okay,
They're on the assessor's database, yeah.
that worked. Thank you. I was just wondering if you got assessed, that's all. Thank you.
So I'll second the motion that Mike made to approve.
Okay, I'm just looking at, I'm just finally getting everything up. Is, who's doing the installation part? I don't see
It's
his,
to be determined, and there is the note on there that they have to, whoever the contractor is, has to notify
okay,
town in West Warwick and provide their underground utility license.
okay, that's what I was looking for.
On the
Okay,
checklist, I also put TBD, to be determined, because that's one of the checklist items on the applications.
I'm just, there's so much paperwork. I'm just trying to get everything on my email. I haven't got it. It's taking time. All right, did we
Do you
do?
wanna-
did
do you
we
wanna-
a
Do you want to
motion?
read the resolution? Vice Chair Raposo, do you want to read the resolution and I'll do a vote?
Yeah, let's do the vote first and then we'll read the resolution.
Okay, so roll call vote, Chairman Raposo,
Yes.
Member Sakosha,
Yes.
Councilman LeBlanc,
Yes,
Councilperson Ludwig, yes. The vote passes.
Okay, so the resolution for this is number 2021-02, whereas after examining an application design plans and all other submitted documentations, the Coventry Sewer Subcommittee recommends that the Town Council approve sewer tie-in application for 124 124A and 124B Sandy Bottom Road, Assessors Plat 38, Lot 128, such that the application shall sufficiently comply with all requirements necessary for the town sewer ordinance and the town engineer review comments. Passed and adopted this 10th day of March 2021. Okay, good. Get this off my screen. Get this off my screen. Next. 4.3 would be 182 and 188 Arnold Road and 40 Dixie Road. Plot 22, lot 430, is that 43.2?
Yes.
43.1 and 43.2.
Okay, let me get this one up now. Do we have the engineer on this one? Is that Pat?
Me again. Do I have to say my name again, or are we all set? Patricia Walker?
You're good. You already stated it.
Okay. So this project consists currently of 2 undersized lots and 3 buildings. One of the buildings is on Sandy Bottom Road. It's the old Veterans Market. And behind it, there is an existing 2-bed dwelling apartment. They're connected, one building. If you're looking at the property from Arnold Road, to the right of the market, there's a small structure that's also a 2-bedroom, single family. And behind it, off of Dixie, there's also a 2-bed, single family. So this one will be tying into the low pressure sewer line. It pretty much dead ends right at Dixie. There is a lateral that has been provided for the market. And these will all tie together, and they have to be pumped, obviously, because it's the low pressure sewer line. The one thing that is also in the works is that the administrative subdivision has been submitted to the planning department. I'm sure Bruce maybe have some input on that. But it will be just one sanitary line, one pump, and then it will all be owned by T&C properties. And Mr. Hurley is one of the members of the LLC, if you have any questions for him. Bob Rose has reviewed it. He didn't have any, he's fine with it. Bruce, I don't know if you have any comments. I haven't heard any, but.
No, no comments. Just that, we're going to recommend that the administrative subdivision approval be a condition of the sewer permit.
Bruce, where is the subdivision process with this particular property? What state is it in at the moment?
So this would be an administrative approval by Russell. It doesn't have to go to the board because they're just
Yep.
merging the lots. I know Russell had some comments. They did submit the survey to Russell. He had some comments and they're in the process of responding to those comments. And that's where it stands. So hopefully they'll get that resolved within a few weeks.
Okay.
Does anybody see the resolution for this one?
Can I ask one more question, Vice Chair?
Sure.
So, Ms. Walker, do you mind just saying it one more time? On the plan, again, I'm sorry, I'm looking at a digital copy here. Are these two separate buildings? One is
There are three.
the residence. There's 3 residents. Okay.
So if you look on the plan, it says existing dwelling number 38. It's off of Dixie.
Give me 1 second. I'm just trying to make it bigger. Okay, yes.
And then the second building is the existing commercial unit number 182 and the existing dwelling unit number 40. Those are in one building.
Okay.
And then the last building is number 188 Arnold, says existing dwelling.
So it's with planning right now to combine all of that onto one piece of land. Is that what you're saying?
Correct, because both of the lots are very tight. And to make it work, you can see how close together, the number 40 unit is and the number 38 unit is.
Yes.
So just space-wise to get the manholes in and the pump. That's why it's being combined. I think both of them actually are undersized lots anyway.
Yeah, they're non-conforming.
Non-conform. Okay. All right. Thanks for helping me understand that. I'm all set, Vice Chair.
Okay. I can't find the resolution for this. Do you see it?
Let me
Anybody
check.
have it?
I couldn't find it either, Tony.
So, I'm okay to approve that. I just don't want the resolution to read out. What do you want to do with that?
Hold on. Let me check as well. So do you want to, oh, because we don't have the resolution number. Okay.
I can take a picture of it and send it to you.
Do you have it, Bruce, the resolution?
Yeah, I do have it.
Okay, so I'll tell you what, Bruce. Well, let's let's do a roll call on the approval, and Bruce, you can read out the resolution.
Yep, that's fine, sure.
Okay, so let's do roll call vote. Vice Chair Raposo,
Yes.
Member Sakosha,
Yes.
Councilperson LeBlanc,
Yes.
Councilperson Ludwig, yes. The vote passes.
Okay, the resolution of the Coventry Sewer Subcommittee number 2021-03. Whereas after examining the applications, designs, plans, and all other submitted documentation, the Coventry Sewer Subcommittee recommends that the town council approve sewer tie-ins applications for 182, 188 Arnold Road and 40 Dixie Road, assessors plat 22, lot 43.2, 38 Dixie Road, assessors plat 22, lot 43.1, such that the applicant shall sufficiently comply with all the requirements necessary per the town's sewer ordinance, the town engineer's review comments, and the following condition of approval. The administrative subdivision plan to merge lot 43.1 and lot 43.2 is approved by the planning director and recorded at town hall prior to beginning any sewer construction.
Okay. We're moving on. Next one on the agenda would be 4.4, which is 57-89 Sandy Bottom Road, plat 46, lot 38.
If I could just make a suggestion, I actually have that one. Mr. Sakosha is going to have to recuse on this item, so I don't know if you want to skip to 4.5 and come back to us if Glenn's going to call in.
Okay, so. let me
Let's
get
skip that now, Tony, and then we'll, if it doesn't, anything happens with it, you'll have to take a vote on it and table it to the next meeting.
Okay, so I gotta get that. Let me get this one out. Next one out. Give me a minute.
So do we need a motion to table, or are we thinking that he's gonna dial in?
Yeah, we'll wait. We'll go to the next one first, Jen, and then we'll come back to that one.
Okay,
So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna jump one on the agenda. We're going to 4.5, the Oaks at East Shore Subdivision, Tyoke Ave, plat 23, lot 47 and 47.1. And then there's plat 32 and lot 152. Does everybody have that plans up, those plans?
yes.
And this one is from Joe Casali. Is he here, or who's representing this job?
Good evening, everyone. William Lavery, project manager with Joe Casali Engineering.
Okay.
I just want to bring to your attention, last time we were here for the capacity approval, Tony had recused himself. I'm not sure if that, I would assume that that's going to happen again, so we might not have a quorum for this one as well.
Yeah, this one here, I did put a price on this job. I haven't got this job yet, but I do have a bid on this job. So if there's money involved, I was told that I need to recuse myself from from this job as well. So I can't run this one.
Yeah, so if Glenn's not going to call in, we're gonna have to continue to the next meeting as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't do anything with this one.
So since we have two of these, is waiting a month too long to get approvals on these? Because if it is, I don't mind asking if Stephanie can find us, another 45 minutes if we can get this group back together, either next week or the week after.
Yeah, that's fine with me if you want to ask.
Yeah, that's fine on my part too.
Okay.
I mean,
So-
if you want, I'll make the motion to table the East Shore Drive project at the moment until the next meeting.
I second.
Okay, we'll take a vote. Vice Chair Reposo,
Yes.
Member Sakosha,
Yes.
Councilperson LeBlanc,
Yes.
Councilperson Ludwig, yes. And then can someone make a motion to table I forget what we're calling the other one,
Sandy Bottom Road project,
Sandy Bottom Road
57.
project.
I'll make the
57
motion.
through 89.
I'll make that motion. John.
I'll second the motion. All right, I'll take the vote here. So Vice Chair Reposo,
Yes.
Member Sakosha,
Yes.
Councilperson LeBlanc,
Yes.
Member Ludwig, yes. Okay, so I'll contact Stephanie and Ed offline and ask if we can get a night next week at 6 p.m. and see if we can get the 5 of us back on. So I apologize, Mr. Lavery and others who joined for this. We're having difficulties on Glenn's side hooking up to the internet, so sorry about that.
No problem. Just let us know. Thank you.
We'll come back once we have a couple dates that we can do, hopefully in the next week or 2.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Vice Chair Reposo, did you want to go to the next item on the agenda?
Yes, so next item will be 5, new business, update from the West Warwick Sewer Committee. That's you, Jim.
Yes, so just to give the 1-minute history here. So technically I had to resign from the sewer subcommittee when I was appointed as town council person. Yeah, so technically I couldn't represent us. So I have not been to one of these meetings in the last few months. I think we are going to need to look at whether anyone can attend this going forward, because the time that this is at is possibly going to be tough for me to make. I need to just look at my schedule again. I took like a new role within my company. So it's a good news for me. And I'm sorry for you guys, because I don't know if I can attend this anymore. So I will get back to you. I'll let Glenn know whether I can still do this or not. And if there's interest from anybody else, obviously, feel free to mention that.
When are those meetings?
I believe they're usually at, it's either 3 or 4 o'clock. I think it's 3 o'clock the first Thursday of the month.
Yeah. That's gonna be tough for me to do that.
They have been Zoom, similar to what we've been doing here, so.
Okay. See what you can come up with, Jen, and if you can't, then we'll see what we can do to, who else can
Fill that spot.
fill that role and fill in that spot.
Okay,
All right, moving on, public and subcommittee member comments. Any comments from the public? So I don't know who would bring that in, if there's any comments.
There's no one raising their hand in the public right now.
Okay, any comments from the sewer committee? There are none?
oh wait,
Well,
one over here, sorry.
Yep.
Sorry, Tony.
No, I'm not seeing you wave your hand.
I was trying.
Oh.
Okay, so I know this isn't a formally on the agenda. We don't have to discuss it. It's just a notice. On Monday's town council meeting, we requested a formal meeting for March 27th, which is a Saturday coming up, for a sewer workshop that we'll be doing, which is the town manager will provide some background, and we're going to pull out the auditor general list. You know those 18 items that were published about 2 years ago?
Mhm.
And so we've asked to go through those kind of one by one and see what's been done, what do we think should be done. And then from that, the council will come up with some direction to give to our subcommittee to ask us to review. So for one example, it could be, we'd like to have a review of the ordinance and come up with some possible suggestions. And so we'll just have to see what comes out of that session, but that will be a public session. And I asked for at least Chairman Skirka to be on the, I forget what it's called, on the panelist side of the screen here. So at least he will be involved. And I asked to include everyone since there's only 2 more people, and I don't know what the resistance to that was. So I asked for at least Mr. Skirka, and that was confirmed. So we'll see what comes out of that meeting, but it's supposed to be a workshop. So the public can join, and we'll put out some messaging on our social media sites to let people know to join.
Can you give us the date again and the time?
Yeah, sure. So that's going to be Saturday, March 27th. And now that I said it, let me just look at the calendar. Yes, Saturday, March 27th, and it will likely be at 10 a.m. And they'll send out a formal notice with the agenda and everything on there.
So that'll be on the website, the town website?
Yes, the agenda has to be posted 2 days in advance. But our interim town manager said most likely it will be at 10.
Excellent. Get people involved.
Some information.
Yep.
Okay, that's it for me. Thanks, Vice Chair Raposo.
Anybody else? Jim, Mike? Good.
I don't have anything.
Take a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
Okay, first and second, meeting adjourned.